Hello everyone. In case you are coming from a different Grammar 1 class, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ella. My full name is Monica Ella Harendita. And today we're going to talk about the present tenses. And in particular, we're going to talk about simple present, present progressive, and present perfect. And this PPT presentation was taken from asagrammar.com. So if you want to have some independent study, you can go to the website, you can download the materials and also worksheets. They also have some worksheets for you to do. I'm sure you'll find it very resourceful. Okay, let's get it started. Right, this is an example of a sentence in the simple present. Good. We shop every Monday. Okay. So how do you know that it's in the simple present? Of course, there is a marker here, and the marker is, can you guess which one shows that it should use the simple present, or it uses the simple present? Yes, you're right. So the word every Monday. Okay. And also the verb here, shop. So the simple present is used to indicate that an activity happens regularly, or it's a kind of usual activities or habits of a person. Let's take a look at A here. Jill eats lunch every day. Okay, you can pay attention to the words in italics and the one in green. It's an everyday. So here, everyday means that Jill eats lunch on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday until Sunday. So every day, Jill eats lunch. It's her habit to eat lunch every day. Another example, I usually study English on Wednesday. This one, usually, is also a kind of a marker, adverb of frequency, to indicate that an activity happens regularly on a regular basis, or it's a kind of habitual activity. Okay. Now, this is a kind of diagram to help you visualize an activity that should use the simple present. So if an activity happened in the past, is still happening now, and will happen again in the future, then we're going to use the simple present. Okay, so this is just a reiteration of the one that we already discussed previously. Jill eats lunch every day, and B, I usually study English on Wednesday. So in these two sentences, the function of the simple present is to indicate that the activities are daily habits or usual activities. While in C, dogs bark, lions roar. Here, the function is different because it's not the daily habit of dogs and lions, but in the sentence, the use of simple present shows a general statement of fact. It's a fact, fakta, and everyone, people in common, know this one. Yeah. Another example can be the sun rises from the east. Matahari terbit dari timur. Semua orang tahu ya. Or water boils at 1000 degrees Celsius. Atau air mendidih di suhu 100 derajat Celsius. So it's a kind of general truth or general statements of fact. In short, or in conclusion, simple present is used to indicate that an event or a situation happened in the past, present, future. And usually there are markers like every day, okay, the one that is written in A, or always, usually, habitually, and so on. How to make the negative form of simple present? So the negative form, I think everyone is already familiar with this. You need, of course, the subject, and then the auxiliary. And depending on what the subject is, you will need a different auxiliary. Here the subject is he, so the auxiliary is does, and then plus not, and the contraction is doesn't, and then for one, and then the remaining, it can be an object, it can be an adverb. Sorry about the interruption. Okay, wait. Okay, sorry about the interruption. Now I'm back. So the negative form is, let me repeat, subject and then the auxiliary plus not. The auxiliary can be does or do depending on the subject. And then verb one, or the base form of the verb, and the remaining parts of the sentence. It can be an object, it can be an adverb. Okay. If you want to make a question, then you need to move the auxiliary in front of the question. It's a yes/no question, so you need do or does, and then the subject, and then the verb. Here in this example, does that dog bark loudly. Okay. And here, please make sure that if you have does here, then this one, the verb, does not need any s. Ya, s-nya sudah ditendang ke sini ya. Jadi ini verb one. Okay. Now moving on to the present progressive. Here, in F, sentence F, we have a sentence that is in the present progressive. Magda is feeding her horse right now. You can see this picture. Okay, this picture here. It's a very cute horse, the white horse, and she is Magda. Anyone here has a horse? Do you usually feed your horse? So as we can see from the picture that right now, here the marker, the adverb of time is right now, saat ini, Magda is feeding her horse. Another example, I can't talk now. I am playing the guitar. Yeah. I don't play the guitar, but probably because if you're playing the guitar, then it's hard for you to multitask. It's hard for you to do something else, so you cannot talk. Yeah. So here from this picture, yeah, we can see that this man is playing the guitar. Yeah. And that is why he cannot talk now. Yeah. I can't talk now because I'm playing the guitar. The third picture is a picture of a big family having a big dinner, I guess. Yeah, they are eating dinner right now. Again, the marker or the adverb of time is right now here to indicate that the activity is happening now. Okay, from these three sentences, we can conclude that the present progressive is used when an activity is in progress or is happening right now, sedang berlangsung saat sekarang, gitu ya. Okay. How to make the negative form? This is very simple, and I'm sure you already know this. If you want to make a negative statement and the present progressive, then you can put the subject first, followed by the auxiliary, and the auxiliary can be is, am, are, because the subject is it. So the auxiliary is. Very good. Okay, so the to be, yeah, and then plus not, of course, because it's negative, plus verb ing, yes, knowing, eating, riding, and so on. If you want to make a question, then you have to move the to be or the auxiliary in front of the sentence. Okay, so is it snowing right now? So is moved in the initial position of the sentence, followed by subject, followed by verb ing. Okay. Yeah. So this is the form. Yeah. Am is are or to be plus ing. Okay, now let's see the diagram to show how an activity in present progressive happens. Jadi mulainya sudah mungkin beberapa saat yang lalu, bisa kapan saja tapi in the past. Okay, so this is past, now, future, ya. Dan selesainya bisa entah kapan ya, tapi suatu saat di masa yang akan datang gitu, atau mungkin 2 jam lagi, 10 menit lagi, besok gitu, we don't know yet, but at the moment of speaking, ya, saat ini activity itu sedang berlangsung. Oke, sorry. Oke, now kita akan mencoba latihan ya. We have this question. Does hahaha many text messages? Yes, haha. And the options available inside the box here, the yellow box, is are Oscar and send. So can you make this sentence into a correct sentence by using the words in the box? Very good. Oscar sent many text messages. So here, because it's a question that is located in the front of the sentence, then the word send here does not need any S, okay? Although the subject is Oscar. And the answer is yes, he does. Good. Now, what about this? A text message right now, and you have to make the sentence from these words. Sorry, I'm using the pointer from these words, he and sent. Can you make it into a good question? Very good. Yes, because look at this one, right now, because the adverb of time is right now, so you need not present, simple present, but present progressive or present continuous. Yeah. That's another term for present progressive. Jadi nggak usah bingung, sama. Continuous dan progressive itu sama. Okay, no, he isn't. Okay, because he is now. What is he doing? He is watching a TV, and it's very old TV. I'm sure none of you have this in your house. Yeah, because now you have very smart TV, LCD, yeah? Or even LED, not this one. Right, what about this one? Scary movies. Can you guess? Very good. Do you like scary movies? Yes, I do, because that question is addressed to me. Yeah, do you like? So the answer is yes, you do, but not yes, you do, but yes, I do. What about this? Your sister likes scary movie too? Scary movies too? Yes, good. Does your sister like scary movies too? No, she doesn't. Good. Okay, now we have already discussed the simple present and the present progressive. Now we are going to move on to the present perfect. Look at these two sentences. Tyler has taken his first steps. Zoe hasn't walked by herself yet. Okay, look at these very cute babies. Okay, and look at the form of the sentence. Has taken and hasn't walked. What does it mean? In Bahasa, can you guess? Of course, I'm sure you're able to guess and to answer. It's belum. Yeah, this one is belum. Sorry, this one, and this one is sudah. Okay, so let's take a look at the meaning of the present perfect. So the first meaning is something happened before now at an unspecified time. Jadi sesuatu yang terjadi sebelum saat ini. It can be in the past, okay? Tapi bedanya dengan past tense. Kalau past tense itu biasanya specific time. Last week, last year, 2 days ago, last night, and so on. But this one in present perfect, it doesn't refer to a specific time. Okay, jadi itu bedanya ya. Waktunya tidak spesifik, at an unspecified time. Misalnya begini, Tyler has already taken his first steps. Kapan Taylor pertama kali berjalan? It's not important. What is more important is that sekarang ya Taylor itu sudah bisa jalan. Gitu. So that is why there is isn't a specified time here. But by looking at the verb has plus past participle, then we can infer that ini sudah berjalan. Tyler sudah bisa jalan gitu ya. Tapi kapannya tuh nggak penting gitu ya. Nggak perlu. Yang penting sekarang faktanya atau yang terjadi saat ini Tyler sudah bisa jalan. Nah, ini hampir sama dengan A, however it's just a negative form ya. Sedangkan Zoe belum bisa jalan gitu ya saat ini gitu. And another example, but it's in the question form. Have you ever seen Zoe crawl? Okay. Pernahkah? Okay, this one is translated into bahasa. Pernahkah kamu lihat Zoe merangkak? Sorry, sometimes I have to speak in bahasa Jawa because my dictionary is Jawa Inggris ya. Have you ever seen Zoe crawl? Okay, pernah lihat Zoe merangkak? Ya, kapan lihatnya tuh nggak penting, tapi pernah nggak sih kamu lihat dia merangkak gitu? So these three sentences indicate that the activity occurred before now or sometime in the past. Sometime in the past ya. Jadi tidak jelas kapannya. Oke, ini hanya diagram saja untuk memperjelas kapan memakai present perfect. Oke, nah time-nya ini tanda tanya karena tidak spesifik. Oke, nah bisa juga that activity was repeated, tapi repeatednya diulangnya juga before now, di waktu yang tidak spesifik di masa lalu, in the past. Okay. For example here, Mary has painted portraits many times. Ya, jadi dia sudah melukis beberapa kali, tapi melukisnya kapan itu tidak jelas ya, tidak diterangkan di sini gitu. Tapi yang jelas dia sudah melukis beberapa kali. Her students have painted portraits twice. Ini sama, kalau ini many times, ini 2 kali. But the function is the same to indicate that the activity was repeated in the past ya. Nah, sampai sekarang itu sudah yang ini ya. Sampai sekarang siswanya itu sudah 2 kali gambar foto. Now we are moving on to another meaning of the present perfect. So the second meaning, or meaning 2, present perfect is used to indicate that a situation began in the past and continues to the present. Jadi mulainya sudah lampau, tapi saat ini masih berlangsung, begitu ya. For example, I have played the violin for 6 years. I learned to play it 6 years ago and I still play it. So have played the violin for 6 years. Sudah 6 tahun main biola. Belajarnya ya sudah 6 tahun yang lalu, tapi sampai sekarang masih bermain. Jadi belum berhenti ya. Nah, dalam present perfect, you will usually find this one, but not always. Okay? Since atau for. Since diikuti dengan kata adverb of time yang spesifik. Misalnya since 2 days ago, since 1945, okay? Since last week. Ya, waktu yang spesifik. For is used to indicate the duration. For example, for 2 years. I have been married for 2 years. Okay. misalnya begitu. Jadi menandakan durasinya. Okay, now let's have a small exercise. Very simple one. Sebetulnya simple past akan kita pelajari di pertemuan selanjutnya, tapi it's just an overview. So as you know that there are two kinds of verb, regular and irregular, and depending on the types of the verb, the form of the simple past and the past participle will be different. Kalau regular verb, past participle itu kita perlu untuk membentuk kata atau kalimat dalam present perfect ya. Finished, finish sama waited, waited ya sama. Untuk regular verb, see menjadi saw. And the past participle is seen, yeah, while make here becomes made in simple past, and the past participle is still made. And put for the simple past and past participle, it remains the same, put. I'm sure everyone here is familiar with these irregular verbs. If you still find it difficult, you can refer to the book, read again the list of irregular verbs. Right. Okay. To make the negative is very easy. Simply put not after the auxiliary. So have not, has not, or hasn't. And the past participle remains the same. Let's have this simple exercise. Can you make it into a good sentence or question? A snake. What is the subject? Here is you. The subject is you. You have to use the words in this yellow box here. So what auxiliary do you need? Is it has or have? Very good. Have. Have followed by subject you, and then ever, touched with idea, past participle. Good. Have you ever touched a snake? No. What about the answer? No. A snake. And you have to use touch and never. I have never touched a snake. Good. Yeah, another question, and you have to use the words Justin. Maybe it's Justin Bieber. Yeah, he's diving. And see and ever. Can you make it into a good question? What auxiliary do you need? Is it has or have? Because the subject is Justin, so you need has. Good. Has Justin ever? And then what is the past participle of the word, the verb see? Is it seed with D? No, ya, bukan benih ya, bukan biji. It's seen. Okay, let's look at this. Has Justin ever seen a shark? Yes, he has. Good. He saw one near Cape Town, South Africa. Yeah. Nah, here it uses simple past karena melihatnya sudah di waktu yang spesifik, sudah berlalu. Sekarang sudah nggak lagi. Alright, so that's the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I do hope that it gives you some more in-depth information with regards to the present tenses. Keep on practicing, because without practicing, then you will not be able to apply what you have got from this presentation. Okay, everyone. Bye for now. Happy learning.